Oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh! Oh! Ah! Nah, you said touch me. He touched you.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, wait, what the fuck? Yo, you was not playing. Oh shit, yo.
Yo, but check this one out. Yo!
Do y'all New Yorkers remember this movie? I'll show you what it is, right? I don't think I need to see the name. When she says, oh, you think that's a kiss or this is a kiss? Right? I'm sorry, this movie is a classic. And by the way, she's 19 and he's 17, which I know in New York, the age of consent, at least near someone's age, is 17. So I thought I could mention that. And do you have any sauce? You New Yorkers are something else. However, it's something I just wanted to share because your state goes through a lot of shit. Okay?
How you doing? You good?
Bro. Listen, is there any particular reason why you're walking like that?
What you mean?
Like you just keep on shielding
It's cold
your
outside.
body. Nah, but
What
the
you
way
mean?
you're holding your hands like your pocket like that.
I'm cold.
What do you mean?
I'm cold. What's up? You okay?
I'm good, man. I'm fine. I'm
Alright, why you following me for?
I'm not following. I'm just walking with
Y'all going down one-way streets? What are y'all doing?
Why is he using a fletcher to check on him? I don't understand.
What's your name?
And yet the officer is black himself. Well, he might be like Latino.
Nah, I don't need no business card.
Minding his own business.
Yeah.
Out on the code. I have seen a couple of videos on Reddit, and this is all on the same day, by the way, and I thought I could actually rewind this to slow motion. It's supposed to be this random man that's just minding his own business. You know, walking around in the cold, because I know how cold the Big Apple could be one this time of year. If I'm looking up the weather right now, first one to bring this up, it's 46 degrees. That's frigid. And for us Phoenicians, it's frigid. And they're supposed to get some rain and snow this Friday. I might screenshot this, you know, it might be too lazy though. But I just wanted to mention that because, oh my Buddha, it's supposed to be 40 degrees at 9 on Sunday for my New Yorkers out there, or my big appies. If you're okay with being nicknamed that, please do your best to stay warm, or, you know, having a fireplace to stay in someone's house, or, you know, having some cotton jackets. I don't know how you stay warm up there. But the man that you've seen in this video, okay, I basically downloaded from Reddit, is Andy N. Garcia. His badge number is 27435, whatever the heck that means. Okay, yeah, you were kind of close. He's Hispanic, but basically he looks Latino to me, so I'm guessing his background is Hispanic, but he's black. But I'm guessing that's his racial background, you know, that he is identified for. And he's a police officer at 75 where the heck that means, since December of 2021, and the service started on July 2021, and he made $93,600 last year. And it says here tax number is 971945, where the heck that means. And the reason why this is really important to me is that there is an issue with police officers that, you know, is throughout the country, especially here in Phoenix. If you heard about Tyrone, I forgot his last name suddenly, that I did a live stream over of how, I mean, us Phoenix police officers, there are great ones. This is a rarity. I wouldn't be surprised if I go to Mexico and I would get my head decapitated. Actually, I wouldn't mind, not like that far, but if people talk about how Mexico is dangerous, and I live, or my mother, my brother, and I lived like 2.5 hours away from the border, especially since I've been raped by Mexicans in the past. No offense for my Mexican men out there, okay, and mistreated, and, you know, and I love the Mexican community myself. I wouldn't mind just visiting the dangerous spots to see how it is, since I get mistreated by officers, okay? And let's just say I've been through a lot, so this stuff, it's a little trigger, but at the same time, it doesn't bother me, because I'm used to it, right? basically, I'm thinking after the Luigi incident or something, I don't know, that people have been making a fuss of how, corrupted the healthcare is, let alone how the officers would abuse their power just to, make a living, I suppose, which doesn't make any sense to me.
Ain't that right, bro?
And this other clip I thought I could actually just share is by another officer named Perez. At least that's his last name.
Oh, shit.
Interesting.
We're gonna have to upgrade that picture. We're gonna use this one right here. We're gonna upgrade that.
Jason, that's his first name.
Oh my God, he almost got like $1 million in lawsuits.
$1 million in lawsuits? No, how much
Is
you
that
got
what we
there?
doing? Is that what we doing?
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God. Yo, you cost the city a lot of money, boy.
Bruising
Injuries,
all of their
including,
faces. That's ridiculous.
not limited to abusing
Beating a
all
woman's
of their
face.
faces.
Oh man.
He's like, I remember his victims. Yeah, that's priceless.
Nah, he's not gonna remember
When
his
I first
victims.
see.
Oh yeah, he just does it.
Yeah, why would
Oh,
you remember that?
dear.
That's just a normal citizen, right? F that guy, right? Right, fuck him and his family, right? They got you doing this job because you couldn't do your real job, right?
What on earth is wrong with these police officers throughout
He's
the
detective
country?
assault,
I don't understand. So, Dion, if you could actually pull this up, I'll make sure to share the URLs. Jason E. Perez, which I'm a little shocked to read about his age. It says badge number 7632, Hispanic male. He looks black. I know, this is New York, because Colombians can look black. Of course, right? Or Venezuelan, whatever, like, background. Because, well, out here in Arizona, Hispanics look like they're native or even white, so to speak, right? So it's not common to see a Hispanic male that is like my skin pigment. So for my New Yorkers out there, just wanted to share that. He's 37, which is a good-looking man. Is just, after reading his history, is definitely not good-looking in my eyes. Detective grade 3 at Bronx Robbery Squad since of June of 2022. So I'm guessing that's when he first joined the police force, right? Or at least he first attempted or joined in the academy. And he served at Patrol Borough Bronx at 46th Precinct. And service started July 2010. Wow, so he was in his late 20s. I'm a little shocked. He made $298,000 last year, and the tax number is 949-470, and is I guessing there's an .org of him, Jason.Perez at nypd.org. And I don't know what the heck some of this stuff is, because I don't know much about the police system here. Basically, from what I've seen on Reddit, is that this is supposed to be an officer that he abused his power over innocent citizens, right? Because of how the previous clip that you've seen of the one named Andy, basically a lot of New Yorkers have an issue, with the police corruption, if I recall. Because I remember hearing about this a long time ago, that if you want to, reach out for help, or you basically you're having self-defense, you would go to jail, which doesn't make any sense. How the way that convenience store man was basically protecting his own job, doesn't have a crook going inside of his store. He shouldn't be arrested at all. He's doing his job, honestly, and that's a man of my words to him, that he's doing way more of a better job than police officers like these two thugs are doing. Also, I'm so sorry for that black officer right next to him. It's priceless, right? Because they're supposed to be what they're doing. They're supposed to be like detecting over the subway, right? Because New York, being the biggest city throughout the United States, and practically like the top 5 on earth, or top 3, I suppose. They're just on the lookout, even though they're practically not doing anything. Even though they're acting like in the army, because, well, they're doing their job and they're not showing any, like, interactions, right? Basically, for what Jason E. has done, and I'll read back to Andy's, by the way, because it's so difficult to edit throughout this. Basically, they're supposed to be, like, lawsuits of complaints of what he has done to poor innocent citizens. There are 3 complaints, 7 allegations, and I'm not sure what substantiated mean. I'll share the URL for anyone that works in, like maybe this type of like police field or detective or something. I do not know. Basically, the first allegation that happened 3 years ago in April. was a physical force against a black male, which I'm guessing this is supposed to be the estimated age, 55 to 59. And CCRB, where the heck that means? It means closed or pending litigation. I don't know what the heck this means, right? And allegation is supposed to be 2 abusive authorities, which means other. 1, a Hispanic male, but no age. And then it says here, Hispanic male, age 24. And then Discord, see where the heck that means, word, against a Hispanic male, age 28. And then 2 of abusive authority, a threat of arrest, which is a Hispanic male, no age, shown here. And the second one is Hispanic male, age 24. And there is more of it. Abusive authority refusing to obtain medical treatment against a black male, age 35. And if I'm reading here, substantiated means the alleged conduct occurred and it violated the rules. The NYPD has discretion over what, if any, discipline is imposed. And I cannot pronounce that word. Substantiated, which means or unable to determine, right? Which means the CCRB has fully investigated but could not firmly conclude both that conduct, whatever the heck that means. So basically, from reading all of this, right, I want to read something really important here. Sanchez, which is the officer that you see on here, right? Or, excuse me, not someone else. Jacob versus City of New York, wherever the heck all this means. This is supposed to be a complaint, right? That happened in 2013. Plaintiff's girlfriend is lowercase, so I'm not sure that's a person, right? And 7-year-old son boarded an MTA bus at the University Avenue and Fordham Road bus stop. While on the bus, plaintiff's girlfriend, okay, so it is a person, I don't know why their name is lowercase for, was assaulted by 2 teenage girls, causing her to suffer physical injuries, including but not limited to bruising all of her face. One of the passengers on the bus called 911 and reported the assault. Later that night, plaintiff, like plain and then tiff, went to counsel his girlfriend, basically cater her, right, to show care, you know, and like protecting her after the attack. Arriving at her apartment, located at 1865 University Place, apartment 4B, Bronx, New York. Man, her address is so much different than out here. At approximately 11:30 p.m., the police came and unlawfully entered the apartment. The officers walked plaintiff and arrested him even after Ms. Lopez explained to them that it got cut off there, honestly. I'm guessing for this officer, right? Must have assaulted her and arrested her. Just because she was calling 911 that she got beaten up. Basically, she was a victim of these, like, teen girls, right? If I was reading correctly, that did an assault and battery charge at her. And the officer didn't care. And I think this is like a huge issue throughout all of New York, right? Because of how people are like New Yorkers complain of how the police don't do much to actually help their own people. It's kind of the same way from my experiences. I got falsely detained, you know, and then got beaten up. Thank Buddha for that. But they would just, you know, you just ought to see the video. I shared it because I don't think anyone really cares to view my videos. And I do find this stuff interesting and yet serious, right? And I wanted to share this for my New Yorkers that after what I've been witnessing online, it's incredible how corrupted that police officers would act. And also, just to hear how much money they make, it's really a shocker to me because out here in Phoenix, right, if our police are corrupted and yet we're much, much cheaper than New York, why on earth are they abusing their power? You know, they're not even getting paid minimum wage. Even though if that's the case, right? Like, oh yeah, they want to get more money because they're working a difficult job because they're basically working for the lives against like robbers and like, you know, gunners, whatever you want to call it, knifers, gunners, and robbers. It doesn't give them a pass just to abuse their power. Because I looked up that I think the minimum wage here, or the average wage for a for a police officer, if I'm reading back on the Google page here. Let's see. Basically here in Phoenix, Arizona is on average 83 grand, right? Or it's supposed to be a total estimated pay. But on average, it's like 68 grand, which is pretty good, I think, right? You know, yearly. Because out here we are much cheaper than like most of the states of the country, which I could see why a ton of state foreigners like to move here. While in New York, I think the average is like 10K higher, but the thing is, you know, the apartment and house prices are much, much more expensive. You know, it's just so weird to me how these officers, like at least out here in Phoenix, like when they get paid a decent amount, still abuse their power. You know, I'm not surprised with New York, maybe, you know, because the crime rate is so far up and, you know, I don't know what the heck is going on in the Big Apple. I know out here we do have corrupt officers. If you look up the Tyrone, you know, Deafman incident, you will see why I got really heated. You know, I'm sure us Phoenicians will feel the same way because of how, you know, poorly, you know, supportive the judge is. Because he's a black man, and apparently all these officers are white, even though there was a couple black ones. But I guess they seen him as weak because, oh, a white man was having, like he's just, I'm guessing, maybe disturbing peace at a Circle K, and Tyrell randomly just got almost killed by these officers. It's nuts. And I thought I kind of should just share this because of how, you know, there's a trend with these, Dion, what's the term of it again? You forgot, did you? You did. It's supposed to be named Stop and Frisk, which also happens in Chicago. I remember seeing a video about this as well, that these random officers would just bully and falsely jail someone that's just minding their own business. I'm guessing I have that experience against those officers. Because all I was doing was witnessing a couple robbers. I was only standing there in front of the Domino's, which is like right next to my apartment at that time, for 22 seconds, and the officer wanted to detain me. I was carrying 2 Moose plushies that smell, they were chocolate scented. Why on earth would I be a criminal, especially the way I was dressed? I was wearing my Naruto outfit that night. Believe it! Hashtag. Okay, and it's ironic how I was treated that way. If you don't want to believe me, feel free to view that video. If you don't want to believe me again, that's totally fine. But I think that's what Stop and Frisk is, because this does happen in the Midwest, and it is a really huge problem. I don't know what the heck that means exactly. That's what I read in the title. And it really bothers me how these officers get away with basically doing crimes of their own, and yet the court system doesn't really do anything just to have them fired or reassigned, so to speak. You know, it's incredible. So I thought I share this to my New Yorkers out there, because your police officers, some of them are really corrupted. I know ours could be, but man, across the country, like you talk about the furthest, like like we're in the Southwest, y'all are in the Northeast, like hella far from where us Arizonans live. It's amazing. I just hope for my New Yorkers, if you basically ever like learn something new to this, I hope that you be careful and be able to document everything, and you know, maybe like have like, I don't know, paperwork, IEDs or something if you're able to have them, and do your best just to comply with officers, even if they would abuse their power. Just like for me personally, like the way I was treated by these officers is giving them like the child, I forgot what I said on my live stream. I don't remember the name it was. You have to view it yourself even though the live stream is really long. I forgot the name of it, that I invented it, but it's ridiculous, you know, that these officers would act like this. So this is something I just want to share. And yeah, the first clip I thought was hilarious, because you know what, that man was protecting his business. I don't see him as a criminal just because, oh yeah, he put his hands on another man. Well, he was interrupting a store, and you know, he wouldn't cooperate, right? And I don't see him as an alpha man. No, not a madman or anything like that. It's incredible. But like, if I want to protect myself, right? For example, you know, I never had that incident, and I punch someone in the face, that's considered as assault. It's self-defense, and if they're interrupting your business, then you should have every right to just drag them out of the store, similar to a Raggedy Andy doll. I see nothing wrong with that. You know, so props for that man. And I love how New Yorkers have that accent. You New Yorkers talk so differently than us Arizonans. We have like the I guess you could say like Californian cowboy accent, but a lot of us are not from here. So like for me, I don't have an accent. I guess more like a maybe Albertan accent. I'm not sure how Albertans talk because a lot of people out here, well, we tend to have like the Canadian mentality. That's just how I see it. Plus, one of our sister cities is in Calgary. So other than that, it's 12:28. It's the 16th of December right now, I think. Dion. Oh, it's the 18th. Oh dear Buddha, my calendar hasn't been updated. Oh my Buddha. Oh, okay. You know, I just noticed my calendar is not working on my MacBook. Oh, that's just great. Okay, the end is the 18th. Right. And it's on a Wednesday. But thank you so much for listening. And if you're in New York or you live in the Northeast, what do you think about this? Also, I don't know much about Luigi Mangione. I think that's his name that I can pronounce properly. About like some like health CEO that's corrupting this country because of healthcare or something. I don't know. That people, I mean, I don't think it's okay to murder anyone, even though they're corrupted the country. But I don't know. Honestly, I'm sure anyone from Pennsylvania, if I ever get anyone from that state, you can come with your thoughts. Other than that, I'm gonna rest my throat.